Okay, did you see the intro? You did? You saw the intro. Okay, then in that case it must be time for Creepy Cheapies. Come on in to the Library of Horror Hotel once again, and we'll take a few minutes out of your busy work week of doing whatever it is you do all week and celebrate the art of monsters. Yeah. And by the way, very little that you guys do on this planet makes any sense to me. I had to stop at a large medical facility to pick something up for a friend, and when I went to the entrance, I couldn't help but notice right on the doors in great big letters it says automatic doors push to activate. Why would you, who thought, why would you put, how would you, what was, never mind. Anyway, do you like witch masks at Halloween? Witch masks? Oh, any masks. No, do you like witches at Halloween? Sure you do. If it's Halloween, everybody likes witches. Well, today's mask here on Creepy Cheapies at Horror Hotel is the Grand High Witch. Oh my goodness. And yeah, the Grand High Witch. This is what she looks like. And as you can see by the tag, this is a product of Ghoulish Productions. And I want to take care and make a point of showing you the Ghoulish Productions tag. And the little Ghoulish Productions logo is embossed into the back, which is a little cartoony skull with flames. So that you know, the Ghoulish one is the one I'm giving the thumbs up, because there is at least one knockoff I've seen out there made somewhere overseas. I don't know where. But the Ghoulish is the one that you see here on Creepy Cheapies. All right? And when I say knockoff, I don't mean like when your cat knocks it off the table. I mean like unauthorized reproduction that looks an awful lot like this, only not as good. Now, why does the Grand High Witch look like this, you ask? Well, obviously, somebody just told her a really funny joke. And no, it sure wasn't me, you're right. But no, she is based on the movie The Witches. Now, that's a famous story by Roald Dahl, no less. And he's the guy behind the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and had a wonderful TV series of spooky little vignettes called Tales of the Unexpected. Famous writer, great writer. His story, The Witches, was first made into a movie. Well, might be one before that I don't know. But the first one that I'm aware of was in 1990 and starred Angelica Houston as the Grand High Witch. And through most of the movie, she looks like Angelica Houston. But then when you see her real form, her true evil face, it was this crazy, fantasy, cartoonish, really weird, shocking and bizarro cartoon-looking witch. Okay, but then 30 years later, in 2020, there was a remake. And this time, the Grand High Witch was played by Anne Hathaway. And no, I'm not talking about the secretary on the Beverly Hillbillies. No, that's not Anne Hathaway. But in the 2020 version, instead of having the weird, crazy, green, pointy nose thing, they went with pretty much what every other movie was doing around 2020, which was, hey, we want scary, let's do a great big mouth. So they settled for this design, which is pretty much Amanda Bierce as Amy from 1985's Fright Night without her wig and with her two fangs filed down. They went for that. But the great thing about the Ghoulish mask, besides the fact that I like the way they have a little punched in, see that little bit of inserted hair here and there, just enough to look really creepy and nasty and unhealthy. The thing I like about it, I actually, maybe it's just me, I think I can see a little bit of Anne Hathaway resemblance going on there, which means this is a pretty masterful sculpture. And I do not mean that as an insult to Anne Hathaway. I mean it as a compliment to the sculptor at Ghoulish Productions, because despite how exaggerated and weird the Grand High Witch is, it kind of still looks a little like Anne Hathaway somehow. I'm not sure. I can't quite put my finger on it. Well, I can, but it doesn't help. She has purple eyes, the witch, not Anne Hathaway. And by the way, yes, Anne Hathaway is pretty in real life. I realize that. And I say that just in case she watches this, because I don't want to hurt her feelings. You know, I don't want her to think that I think this is really what she... Because I'm sure she watches Creepy Cheapies, and she'll hear me say that. So anyway, what a cool mask. As you can see, it's kind of short in the back, but you would probably wear it with a gown with a big collar, or maybe a hooded, witchy-looking outfit. But pretty startling if you were at the haunted house or the haunted hayride or something and had your back to the audience and then turn around into the light and have that kiss her, that would be pretty scary and startling and cool and weird and funny too. But she does have purple eye centers, although if you want to do a lot of seeing, you might have to cut the eyes out or cut little vision slits in the recess above the eyes. See that? You might have to do that because you can't see a lot out of these little drilled out pupils. But if you're just going to be standing in one spot and like turning around and scaring people from a little bit of a distance, you'll be fine, I think, just with that. And it is a full head, and it has a little slit up the back to help you get it on, but it doesn't come down very far, which is why I recommended a hood or a collar or something like that. But anyway, what a great mask is the very dramatic and fun and definitively and definitely crazy and insane looking and enjoying herself. I like a person who enjoys their work, you know. The Grand High Witch, a 2021 mask from Ghoulish Productions. But when I was, as of the recording of this video, you could still get these. So maybe you can still find one and, you know, do some witching in the kitchen, because nothing says lovin' like something from the coven. Good night.